YouTube is streaming, so we're just gonna go with it. Maybe. Maybe we're gonna. Maybe. I think it worked. Hi guys, if you guys are just now tuning in, we are just now getting started. I'm still setting up a few little technical things. I'm sorry if the dehumidifier behind us is pretty loud. Hi Tamara, how are you? So today we're going to be painting some fish, which I am super excited about. I've been playing with a couple different ideas in my head, so we'll kind of see what this turns into. I was a little bit early today, but not by too much. I know sometimes I'm like super early, but... How are you doing, Tamara? I think it's all working. So today I'm going to focus, I'm actually going to do these two-step. We're going to airbrush a couple parts of them. I'm thinking like along the bottom for, I think it's this one you guys can see, along the bottom here for some water, and then there's some really great plant detail in this. Oh, I can't wait for you to get it, Tamara. There's some really great plant detail. I'll be working on orders, well, I started working on orders yesterday and today from this past, I guess it wasn't weekend, but past Monday sale. And then I should get everything completely caught up. I'm hoping by this coming Monday, we'll have everything out. I'm moving a little bit quicker than my normal turnaround time, which I was super excited about. All right, let's start off today. We're gonna mix a little bit of blue. I really love this blue that I already had pre-made, but I kind of wanted it to go a little bit lighter. Don't know if you can see the difference here, but this one's a little bit more of a darker blue, and then this one is a little bit more of a lighter blue, kind of like I would say almost like a baby blue. So we're gonna mix those just a little bit. And we'll hopefully get a little bit more of like that watery blue. That's kind of what I'm going for. We will see. As you guys can see up in our little thing, on our little side thing, I think it's up there above my head, my little rotating slideshow above my head. We do a new video on YouTube every Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday, so you can always follow us on there. Hey Cassie, how are you? Alright, we're going to see how this blue looks. So yeah, so you can follow us on YouTube. Ooh, I really like that. As well as we have a TikTok. Ooh, I don't know if you guys can see that. I love that blue so much. You can see it on the bottom one, and then I moved up and showed you guys on the top one. It's just a beautiful, like glittery gold, or blue, I should say. Like a silvery. I really like that. Go just a little bit finer to keep that on there. Kind of go out, because I'm going to get this, I think kind of like that maybe. Try right here too. Just a little bit of the detail in that there. Gotta make sure I keep my head like in the line of the camera. really, really like that a lot. Is that how you're doing, Cassie? Are you hanging in there? It's okay just to be hanging in there sometimes. I feel like I'm like that a lot. Really ended up liking that blue a lot. I'm glad I added a little bit of a lighter to it because I feel like it makes it look a little bit more like water. It has a little bit more of that water vibe to it. More aquatic, I guess I should say. Not just water, but more aquatic, like under, I guess under the lake. You don't really find bass fish under the sea. I've actually been waiting to paint these for a little bit. I got this mold in a couple weeks ago, and I was so excited to get it because I remember going fishing with my grandpa as a kid, and it was something that I always loved to do. And I was like, my grandpa will love these. So I'm super excited because I'm totally going to be giving him one. I feel like maybe this is a bath bomb I could finally like get him to use. Hey Molly. Hi Lucas. Hi Hakeem. Sorry, I forgot to scroll my thing down. I always forget that I have to do that on the comments. Let's pull that back. Just there we go. And I'm also gonna go through, whoops, gonna move my camera there and do, I promised myself I would try to stay sitting during tonight's live because I feel like I'm always getting up. Do just kind of like some blue around the edges there. Just a little bit. Alrighty, and next up we're going to do some green. Hi Silver, how are you? There I go, getting up again. I promise, I will eventually make it through a live where you guys aren't like having to move your heads all over to keep up with me. Alright. These are looking so good. I'm so excited for these. I was a little worried about airbrushing so much of it, but I think it's going to really turn out well. I think it's going to really make the fish kind of pop. I'm super excited because you know I'm going to do the fish in one of my favorite colors. Probably either Hot Man on a Tin Roof or Sexy Stranger on a Train. I have not decided yet. Maybe I'll do some fish, Sexy Stranger on a Train, and some fish, Hot Man on a Tin Roof. Alright. So for the green, I'm going with almost kind of like a little yellowish green. Because I want it to have, like, again, kind of that aquatic, kind of like plant life color. So I think that doing something kind of like this, you guys can see there, it's going to look really nicely and really kind of aquatic-y. So let's, yeah, I guess it almost comes out kind of brown in that on the camera. I guess it goes, we always have issues with the colors. I feel like that's always the game that we play. Alright, let's give this a shot. Maybe a little goldy. Let's see. A little bit, but not too much. See how that looks on there. If that looks more gold than green. Yeah, that might be the camera. Let's try this. We'll try hand painting it and see if it shows up more green if I hand paint it. Because sometimes that is the case too. Add a little bit more green. And this is like an olive green, so it does, as you can see, it kind of really does have kind of like a strong gold, like bronzy gold to it. Green is one of the hardest colors, I feel like, to actually block in bath bombs. So, let's see if we hand paint these guys. They're still gonna look about the same. Yeah. So he's still gonna look the same. So we'll just airbrush it. There we go. Alright, let's give this a shot. Go. So right now, if you're just tuning in with us, we are working on some bath bombs. As you can see here, I'm adding a little bit of green to some of the foliage up above. There's a little bit of foliage also in that bottom part that I'm going to accent here in a minute. Oops. I just really love this design. I think this little fish is just perfect. Especially with Father's Day coming up. I think he really fits like a little Father's Day theme. I think Carlos is definitely going to want to use one of these. Put that too far back. Whoops. And then, let's see here. I broke my airbrush. Next up, we are going to do next up we will airbrush the bass part. I've been kind of playing with a couple different ideas for his coloring. I always remember the bass that I guess as a kid we fished for were more like the tiger striped. But I feel like I also remember seeing like blue, maybe blue and green, or maybe I'm just thinking more of like bluegill in those instances. Just got it in there. Oops. Almost. I made the mistake of pulling the needle out of my airbrush gun so that I could get a thicker mica to go through it. And of course in the process I pulled the whole thing out. There we go. I think we are back in business. We'll see. Yep, we are all good now. Alright, let's see. I think I got all my green. Just gonna double check. Let's do just a couple more little spaces here and there. Alright. So next up, we're gonna do the little fishy. And like I said, for him, I was really wanting to play with our Hot Man on a Tin Roof, as well as our Sexy Stranger on a Train. I had lightened one of those up, the Sexy Stranger on a Train, not that long ago, and another one that I did, so I'm excited to kind of see how that translates. Should go darker to light, so let's do it this way and see how it works. I'm actually really excited to see how this airbrushes, because it really is a pretty color. Hi Alicia! I do too. I seriously love all of Mad Mika's names. I just feel like you can't go wrong when you're airbrushing something that's sexy. Sexy Stranger on a Train, or Hot Man on a Tin Roof, or Summer Bronze. There's also a really nice purple that's like a Tempest, is what it's called. I'm just in love with all of Mad Mika. There we go. Alright, now let's see how this goes. Try this again. I know, Alicia. I'm cool with either one of these. I'm like, really? Either color works for me. Hi, Nessa. Sometimes my creative process is kind of all over the place, but hey, we'll kind of figure it out all together. That's kind of coming together. Is it kind of starting to maybe look like a fish? See, maybe just a little bit. Just a little bit. Are we starting to look like a fish? Again, I'm losing my head in the camera, I think. Is everyone having a good week so far? I know, I'm like, we're finally to Wednesday, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Wednesday. I'm like, this week, it seems like all of the weeks are just like flying past right now. And again, I know guys, I'm like standing. Oh no! I'm sorry that it's being so chaotic. Hopefully though, if you guys can just get through this week and next week, you'll be able to breathe and you'll be like, I made it through this. That's always what I tell myself. I'm like, you just gotta keep moving forward. Like, as long as you keep going, I'm like, we're gonna get through this. Alright, so we got our base layer of those guys set up. And then I think I'm gonna go in and hand paint with probably Sexy Stranger on a Train. I feel like Sexy Stranger on a Train is more of like, this is gonna sound totally weird, but it's more of like a dark haired color. Like, I feel like it's more of like a dirt brown. And I feel like it'll go really well with the fish. It's this one right here. Oh, I totally feel you, Alicia. It seems like when Carlos is gone, all hell breaks loose, and I'm like, my mind just goes blank, and then I proceed to text him about all the things that are going wrong. Because I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Let's try this brush. I got new brushes this week. I am so excited. It's so nice and pretty and white, and I almost don't want to dip it in, but I know I'm going to need to. Yeah, Alicia, it's like, I know I can handle this. I've handled it every other time by myself, but for some reason, I'm like, I'm alone, so I'm like, it's all just going to be a disaster. So I'm going to try a couple things. I wanted to kind of see if I did. I wanted to do Tiger Stripe without necessarily airbrushing it, but I don't know. Alright, let's see here. I think this guy's in here, guys, this week. We're going to do his eye. I'm going to do these undergills because I think the undergills will really give him some, like, definition. It really is, Alicia. I feel like our kids listen better, too, when Dad's home. I'm going to go from the top here and go down the side like that. I'm going to do the underbelly, too, because I feel like, again, I feel like the underbelly kind of, maybe I'll do like a yellow run around his underbelly. Oops. I feel like he's missing something right here, maybe. What do you guys think? Try a little next. Go down like this. I feel like I totally did not get this one in good view at all. See how that looks. I feel like maybe he needs to be brightened up a little bit. Yeah, he kind of looks, well, he kind of looks like a mean fish, kind of, now that I also watch it in like a couple seconds, I guess probably like 25 seconds delay, so I feel like you're definitely right, his mouth, and I feel like their mouths are white, so maybe that might brighten it up a little bit, to give it that brightness that I feel like he's missing. I also think maybe if the stripe came down a little bit more, maybe that would help. Let's try adding some white and see what happens there. Just a little bit, not a ton. Just want enough to kind of see if I can make him pop. We're like the little engines that could, Cassie. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Let's see if this... Oh, that might work. Alright, let's see. Let's see what this does to him. Yes, Alicia, the Billy, I forgot it had a name. And it flapped, I'm pretty sure, like on both sides. I don't know, he still looks really mean. I did not mean for my fish, to look so mean. I don't know. Maybe he looks like a, I'm not sure now. Like I thought he looks like a happy fish, but now I think maybe he looks a little bit like a mean fish. Well, we made mean fish for Father's Day. Let's see if I can make that, yeah, a little bit more deeper colored. Just layer it and see if that gives more of that illusion of a mouth that we're going for. And again, I'm standing up. I know. I said I wasn't going to do that. You might be right on the eyes, Alicia. Let me try doing... we can light up. Let me try light... I wonder what color I could try doing his eyes. Other than... Let's give it a shot. Let's see what he does. Let's try some light. Let's try lightening up his eyes a little bit. And see if maybe he just needs a little, you know, just a little bit of help. Definitely don't think we should go with a pink or a red. Because then I think he's really going to look like a possessed fish. And that's in the opposite direction that we're trying to go. But maybe... I mean, what color are... I don't even know what color fish's eyes are. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if fish eyes have color. They surely do, right? I think they do. I like the yellow, Cassie. Let's see what we can pull for yellow. Let's see if the yellow will maybe make him a little bit... I guess less possessed looking at this point. At this point, we're going for less possessed. That might have worked a little bit better. I'm going to try one. Let's see what that does. I think we might be able, well, let's add in that detailing for the stripe. More detailing along his gill. Maybe do a little stripe on his underbelly. All right. So let's have the comparison. So we have Billy with the, I mean, he just looks a little mean. I mean, a little grumpy, but not, you know, not over the top. And then we have this one with the yellow. He's got a yellow eye, so he looks a little bit happier. I don't think he looks as possessed. Maybe not as much. I don't know. That one right there with the yellow eye now looks a little much. It's It's okay. We're just gonna have some. They're gonna be a little grumpy looking. Just a little bit. Alright. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna do these stripes and this Sexy Stranger on a Train. And again, Sexy Stranger on the Train is the name of the color. I do really love the way it really complemented that other color though. I think that really ended up working well together. Little stripes, a little bit on his underbelly. And I definitely think the yellow works better for his eye. So we'll definitely stick with the yellow. Thanks for the idea, Cassie. Well, this is true, Alicia. The grumpy... You know what? We could totally market them as grumpy fish. It's funny because one of the scents is called dad jokes, and I feel like dads always get grumpy when nobody laughs at their dad jokes. So maybe it can be like a campaign for that. Hey Kim, how are you? Thanks for joining us. And again, if you guys are just tuning in, we are painting some of the big mouth fish that will be in our Father's Day restock, as well as a few of our events coming up. We will be at Marathon Motorworks on Friday night from 5 until 8. And then the following weekend, we will be at Music Valley Village, where we own the store Music Valley Handmade. So you can always stop in there if you're ever in Nashville and get some of our products. They totally are the best jokes, Alicia. I do love the dad jokes. I'm good, Kim. I hope you're doing well too. So I've almost got, let's see, just a couple more little fishies. I know you guys can only see, I think, 9 of the little fishies, but we actually are painting 20 little fishies tonight. Oh, thank you, Kim. I'm glad you think they're cute. We were just talking that maybe they looked a little bit grumpy. Alright, so I went through and I've done all of their stripes. Oh no, Kim, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm glad he's doing better. I had a tonsillectomy as a child, and I remember it not being fun. Hopefully now he's getting lots of pudding, though, and popsicles, I think, were always one of my favorites to eat. Let's try this yellow. This is true, Kim. This is a little bit more of a yellowy yellow. I'm going to try on the eyes here. Just follow up with that. Let's see if that makes a difference. Draw his little eyes though. Everybody has eyes. Woo woo. I didn't forget any little fishy's eyes today. Let's make sure every little fishy has stripes. know, Kim. That sounds awful. I didn't even know that could be a thing. I'm so glad he's doing better, though. Alright. So, I think for today's little guys, our last finishing touch is going to be, there's a beautiful little flower up here that I think I'm going to do in purple. Maybe like a purpley pinky, because we do have that really, really pretty bright purple that we used last week. Oops, see, I always go way too high when I'm like showing them to you guys. So let's give that a shot today. That is crazy, Kim. I'm really glad he's feeling better, though. Hopefully, you guys will be over all the uckiness of it, and he'll get to feeling better. Alright, we are going to do the purple now on these little flowers. Everybody needs just a little pop of color. And again, for some reason, these are showing up as blue. The little flowers are, instead of this beautiful, pretty purple. I'm gonna have to figure out why that's happening. Because that seems to be a recurring trend now, that all our purples are showing up blue. Guys, we are almost done. Oh, these guys actually look great. Let's see here if I can. I'll wait for the delay and see if you guys are able to see it. So these are the big mouth fish that will be available on 6/14. They are scented in a couple different scents. This one is an aloe and green clover blend. I really think these guys turned out really cute. I'm really happy with them. And I think they actually kind of look like fish. Thank you so much to everybody who watched us this week. This week's video is a little bit shorter than normal. Normally we do about a 2-hour live. Today we're only doing about 45 minutes. I'll probably just talk for the last couple minutes. But again, thank you everyone for coming and watching. We appreciate all of your shares and likes and comments. I want to give a thank you to everyone who ordered this weekend during our sale or just as normal. We appreciate each and every one of you. You can always follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We go live here on Facebook every Wednesday at 6:30 CST. You can also catch our videos on TikTok. I post 1 to 3 videos every day, as well as we post 3 videos a week on YouTube. So I want to say again, thank you so much to everybody who watched us. I had so much fun painting these guys, and I hope to catch you all next week. Bye!